Hey guys, Dylan from the Geek Duo here, and today I'll be bringing you my reaction to Season 2, Episode 8, titled What If the Avengers Assembled in 1602? Captain Carter tries to undo the anomaly that strains familiar heroes and villains in the year 1602. So, this is the episode of this season that is actually based off of a comic run in the actual comics, like how Zombies was in the first season. This is the actual story in this season. And gotta be honest, it was a weird run because 1602 was one of the comics I got in the monthly comic subscription thing that I had. And not to get into it now because I don't know what's going to be translated into this episode or not. But, well, obviously, Captain Carter wasn't a character in it. So, that's already a difference there. But, yeah. So, I wonder if it's going to have the, recurring theme of Greensleeves just playing throughout. I don't know why, but that came up like 3 times in the book I got. So, yeah, who knows? But I guess we'll find out in 3, 2, 1, go. Of course, Loki is Shakespeare. Or at least someone doing a Shakespearean play. Interesting. Hell is there as well. It's interesting that she also had the scepter. I just noticed. Now that's green energy. Is that happy? It's got some residue on it. Hmm. So this happy has the transformation as well. Interesting. Because you saw him starting to go a bit purple there. Fucking hell, there's so many characters in this. I wonder if this means they're going to turn the live action Happy into a um Hulk creature. Because this is two different universes where he's got that. Hmm. You can? Okay. So she is one of two people that can actively communicate with the Watcher. Technically three if you count the Stan Lee cameo in Guardians 2. Ah. Ah, so that's how they get brought into this. Okay, not who I was seeking. Really? Roger's hood? Really? I was not expecting Merry Men to be Steve Rogers, Scott Lang, and Bucky Barnes. One's a soldier in one universe, a soldier in every universe. Yellow Jackets? This was really not what I was expecting this episode to go. Now he's got two shields. He's ambidextrous. Because there was one part where he was using the sword with his left. How do you have a rapid fire crossbow? The destroyer. You know, when I saw the arrow, I thought it was going to be Hawkeye part of this as well. and smack. Okay. Well, that works. In most worlds, by the sounds of it. Ah, the Red Skull's an executioner. Just gonna casually chuck that into the episode, okay? She's only there if she wants to be. I'm not sure what the stutter on the impact was there, whether that was an actual part of the episode or. Excuse me? Okay. Okay, I got excited for a second there. Then I remember the fact that, yeah, I saw his voice in the. You think Monster in an Iron Mask, you think Doom. I was like, is this really? But no, it's. I forgot that we saw Hulk in the trailer for this. Battery? Hmm. It's a bit more than a battery. Thought it was like some sort of car battery he was going to hook up to the suit he's very clearly building. Why do I feel like Loki's the forerunner? And he's just taken the opportunity to be a Shakespearean actor. Well, yeah. So we're going to see Hulk versus Hogan. Ooh. Now, they obviously swapped out Peggy's face for Steve's because there was someone in her uniform that looked like Steve um in the trailer. Thank you, Hulk. It's like very clearly a time stone. Well, and there goes the rift. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Now that would explain why he had the beard and the wrist shields. And again, the wrist shields were an actual thing, so that could just have been design. Hmm. Interesting. What was interesting a little bit was seeing Loki like huddled up with Scarlet Witch. That was an interesting thing to see. And so obviously I saw all the names there. Hang on. There was one name I saw that. Oh, oh, I was so confused. Like, hang on, I saw Lake Bell in the title, but there wasn't a Natasha. There was just that little bit where she was calling out for Peggy. I was so confused as to where that was. But yeah, saw most of the names at the start, and I saw Benedict Cumberbatch again, and I'm like, oh, there's going to be Scarlet Witch, Loki, and um, Stephen Strange all back in 1602, all magic wielders back in the 1600s. And then you saw that bit at the end with Loki and um, Scarlet Witch just huddled together after she activates the stone. And I'm like, you know, you don't see them interact. So I wonder how they would. But I knew going into this, because of the comics, once they said that there was another time displaced person, I knew that um it was Steve, because that's how it was in the comics. Um it wasn't it a fight against Thanos, obviously. I forget actually how he gets sent back in time, but I actually think, yeah, he was just this man in the forest. He was like long blonde hair, no shirt, just this big, like almost. I don't know how to describe it. He was just. I don't think he was one of the Queen's men, because there was a queen, and the whole thing was that there was this girl who had pure white hair, and she was the princess. I'm pretty sure she was the princess, and the whole thing was that they needed to come together to save her from all these issues that were happening, because there was a time displaced person in the 1602 making events happen well before their time, spurring on the age of heroes well before its time. And yeah, the main character we follow is actually Peter Parker, at least in the ones that I got, because obviously the stories I get, they're not the entire thing. They're like the mainline chapters, but all the side ones aren't. Like, I've got Civil War. I don't have the mutant side of Civil War. I've just got the mainline story. So, I don't. Because apparently there was a mutant sideline of this as well that I didn't really have much knowledge of, where they're all being prosecuted as witches and that. Which is why it's funny to see Scarlet Witch, like, not really front and center in this episode, but she was a part of it. Um, yeah, that's what I thought. They did have some reference to music in this, where Happy goes, "The pipes are calling," which is Danny Boy, not Greensleeve. But yeah, there's. I can. I heard that and I thought, oh, they did do it. But no, I knew as soon as I thought it that that was wrong. But so this isn't quite. Let's be honest, it's nothing like the story. Same as how Zombies isn't like the Zombies. It's taking the premise and then doing its own story with it. It was interesting. I was surprised to see Hela again as the Queen, even if it was for such a short time. I wasn't expecting to get Loki, but hmm. I mean, honestly, you're doing a thing where there's a character that's going through Shakespearean stuff. Of course, you're gonna get Tom Hiddleston to be that character, but yeah, this was a very interesting. I am. I would love to know, like, the origin stories of these versions of the characters. Like, Happy Hogan obviously has the Hulk serum in him. How did that happen in this universe without Tony and Bruce? Tony has yet to make his armor. You saw these Mark One armor head in the background, and he had schematics up for suits and that, but he didn't have any suit of armor. Bucky, missing an arm, and was very clearly Super Soldier Bucky. Red Skull was there. It's very clearly Super Soldier Red Skull. The Odin's children, they're fine. It doesn't really matter how they got there. Like, they were gods. They had these powers at this time anyway, so. But the fact that they were actually royalty of this area, how is there, like, shrinking capabilities in this. Why is the elite Kingsguard Yellow Jackets? That's a question. Scarlet Witch doesn't really matter because she's a witch who's got the magic anyway. Yeah, when I saw the arrow from Roger's hood in front of the cart, I thought that was Hawkeye. It wasn't. How do they explain the destroyer? Is it like magic or what? The staff, the scepter this time is the time stone instead of the mind stone. Like, very, very interesting episode. And yeah, you saw, we did see this in the trailer. We saw the Hulk, we saw Scott Lang, we saw Captain Carter's uniform, but it had Steve's face. Like, I'll just pull up the What If Season 2 trailer. Was it the official one or it would be the official one, not the final one. But if I just scroll through this, like, starts off with episode 2, then there's Hela, Nebula, episode 2. Great Protector, Scarlet Witch summoning Peggy. I'm just jumping through this quickly. The Ragnarok one. Ego again. More from episode 7. Episode 1. Episode 7. There's a shot of Steve versus Thanos from this episode. There. I think it may be this part. You got Hulk roaring. Scott. Oh no. He didn't have. I swear there was someone with the armor. Let's just play this through. That's going to be in the next episode, obviously. I swear there was... Must not have been this. Okay, I was wrong. I swear there was a shot of... Like, that's why everyone thought that it was Captain Britain version of Steve. Not actually Steve Rogers back in 1602. Obviously, I'm remembering that wrong, but yeah. Also, there was very little in that about the next episode, surprisingly. Anyway, I'm going to end this one here. I'll catch you in the next one.